It's Stormfall, so we're going to check it out. I didn't know that she had an ad from PlayStation, though. I honestly didn't know this game we're going to check out here. I didn't know that it was a PlayStation game either, though, so we're going to learn together. Let's see what we got here. Is it an early game contender? An early game of the year contender? I don't know. Let's find out.
Thank you, PlayStation, for sponsoring this video. Bet you can't guess what game I'm about to talk about.
It's in the thumbnail and the title.
Say the name. Yeah, it's in the title and the thumbnail, but
yeah,
you guys can't read. So.
Hey,
Yes!
hey, what?
Momo,
Frick you, I can read.
Saros.
Give it to me. Dude, this new Dune trailer looks crazy.
This is my first impressions of Saros from developer Housemarque, the award-winning team behind Returnal. I was invited to their studio in Finland, and after about 15 hours of
Returnal. What was Returnal? That name sounds so familiar. It's another like sci-fi game, if I remember right.
Flying, I got to play for around 3 hours, and in that 3 hours, I got to experience the first 2 areas, and I got to get a taste of what we're going to be seeing.
Okay, let's dissect this. Okay, find the Echelon colony. Okay, we got a third person over the shoulder shooter. We're obviously we're cropped in a little bit here, but we got a mini map. I found the gate controls. There are tunnel junction. I'm scouting, tracing the signal. Okay, we got some pickups here. My offhanded comments starting out with this camera angle kind of reminds me of Crackdown. I hope it's not, but it kind of reminds me of Crackdown just a tad.
Seeing when the game releases in April. You might be curious as to why this game wasn't just called...
What is this weird effect that she's got going on right now with like the glow and the depth of field? She's so fucking funny. She probably did this as a joke. It does look admittedly nice, especially since she still got Momo in the shot, but yeah, holy fuck.
Returnal 2, and so was I. During a presentation of the game, Housemarque's creative director said they wanted to build upon what they did with Returnal while also making something different and new. I'm gonna give a rundown of the visuals, the sounds, and everything I experienced, but most importantly,
setting looks cool as fuck.
As Housemarque repeated to us maybe around 15 times, they are a gameplay first studio, and that is what is most important to them with Saros. And yeah,
if I can remember it, I don't know if I remember. I didn't remember it the last time we streamed, but I'll try to look up Returnal after this. I don't remember what it was.
I believe them.
Oh, is it a bullet hell? It does remind me of Crackdown, though. Holy shit. Whoa, that looks cool.
So you play as Arjun, a Solteri enforcer, basically a space detective. He is played by my goat, Raul Coley. Interestingly enough,
I do like Raul Coley. He's kind of a weirdo sometimes, but he is a good actor.
They mentioned that the art team actually had Raul Coley as their concept design for the character before they even ever met him or cast him in the role. Incredibly based. The developer said they wanted the story to be there for people who wanted to experience it, but kind of avoidable if you wanted to just get back to shooting. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but I would say it shows. Most of the lore is delivered to you via audio logs or diaries. There was a Focus M moment, if you know, you know. Arjun is part of some space corpo group sent to get info from this alien planet. Basically a way more competent, like Weyland-Yutani mission, except instead of an alien hunting them down, it's the planet Carcosa.
Oh, okay. Carcosa. The visuals do look nice so far.
The name Carcosa actually comes from a mythical
Barbosa? No.
ancient city of dread and cosmic horror. Yes, I googled that, and that's basically what Carcosa is in Saros. The entire game is using this new tech that honestly I can't remember the name of, but the point is it allows the game to look like this.
Yeah, I can tell you what it's called. It's called AI probably. Ooh. Are we thinking this might be Unreal Engine slop? I don't know. I think the visuals look pretty good. That city art looks really cool. And the character does look pretty tight, I'm not gonna lie. How late in development is this?
God damn. Housemarque did not hold back on the visual department for Saros.
It does look
this
good.
This game looks absolutely insane. And yes, it's a AAA Sony game, so that's kind of like expected.
Oh,
but still.
yeah,
So
totally. Yeah.
while
I forgot it was
Arjun is,
PlayStation
looking
ad,
for
yeah.
his lost team members, he rolls up on this kind of disgusting looking contraption with a bunch of hands sticking out of it. And of course,
Very Japanese.
thinks, I surely should
If
just
you know, you
stick
know.
my hand inside of this, right? So yeah, he ends up
Of
doing that.
course.
Great idea. And that ends up conjuring an event called the Eclipse, which is a central part of not only the narrative.
Wait, you're telling me this guy shows up and does a thing and then begins the end of the world? Now that's a setup.
But the gameplay as well. An eclipse appears in the sky and the planet gets bathed in sunlight, shifting from this foggy gothic gray to bright reds and yellows and sun, just lots of sun. Glorious. I feel like I'm
Did they choose this character because he would have to use less sunscreen?
going to be thinking about how Saros looks and also how it sounds for a long time. I'm going to be referencing this being like, yo, you remember those alien sounds from Saros? Dude, you remember the eclipse from Saros? Oh!
Sound is important. Let's listen.
Maybe the best thing about Saros, in my opinion, is how it sounds. From the very first...
That's one thing I really do appreciate about Stormfall. She is very keen on like good sound effects. She's got a lot of different segments of talking about like the different like soundtracks in games, actual sound effects in games, the quality of the voice acting. She actually does go in deep on a lot of different topics about video games, which is one of the reasons why I do appreciate her content.
First time you launch the game and you click a button at the main menu, this game is like alien ASMR for your ears. Just the sounds of the letters appearing on screen, this warbled sci-fi futuristic sound, it just tickled my ears in a goopy gamer way, and I loved it.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Enemies to gunshots to the UI sound effects are super immersive and super cool. Straight up, Saros just sounds like Dune. I couldn't stop hearing Dune.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one that thought that.
With just these like slow, eerie hums and almost dream-like flowy music.
Yeah, that's how it's like. This new Dune trailer goes hard. I about said card like it was crazy and hard put together. Fuck me, my brain sometimes.
It is super immersive, and it's one of my favorite parts of the game that I experienced, and I can't wait to hear the rest of this soundtrack in its entirety when the game releases. Now for the part that Housemarque told me matters the most to them, the gameplay.
Okay. God,
I think that if I were to
it really, like, that running around like that, it really does just kind of remind me of Crackdown.
describe Saros' combat, I would say think third-person Doom with, you know, the mechanics that you'd expect from a bullet hell game. Housemarque specifically told us, though, that they don't think of Saros as bullet hell. They think of Saros as bullet ballet, more of like a dance.
What? What do you mean?
Instead of an attack. And only after playing for a few hours, I understand what they meant.
Do you also get to engage with a... Can I do an attack that's that many bullets at one time? That would be great. Can I also have the power fantasy of sending out this kind of bullets? Please?
Like the new Doom games, Saros gives you a bunch of tools and abilities all being utilized together to allow you to perform this dance of death. And I use the word dance deliberately and not just because it sounds cool. I think because it's, you know, bullet ballet dance, huh? You are not simply dodging projectiles while shooting, you are dodging projectiles, then dashing away from an enemy while keeping your crosshair on them and firing, and then jumping over in another attack from another enemy into a melee to break their shield, and you also then use your shield to absorb projectiles from those enemies to fill your power meter, which then and allows you to use your powers to
Interesting.
deal massive damage and
Okay.
cleanse corruption from yourself at the same time, which you have built up by failing to dodge all those yellow projectiles while you did all of that stuff. Yeah, it sounds complicated, but the game slowly teaches
No,
your
that seems
brain
okay,
how
yeah.
to use all of these weapons and abilities in tandem until you aren't even thinking about it anymore. Every run, you aren't
I can see how that could get complicated and with a lot of enemies. Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting.
just getting stronger in upgrades, but also getting better at performing this dance. And that feels super rewarding to say, I beat that boss because I got good. Saros is a roguelike, so like most other roguelikes, you'll start a run with
okay.
basically nothing, collecting upgrades
I did not know this was a roguelike.
as you
Okay.
go and getting stronger and stronger until either you complete the run or you die and you start all over again. Saros introduces a new passive skill tree that allows you to upgrade Arjun after each run at this robot primary.
Your report. Now.
Dying but still being able to progress your strength in some way feels much better, in my opinion, rather than just being super omega giga punished for dying.
I also know that she's a lot more into roguelikes than I am. I think I've said in a few other videos, I like roguelikes, but I don't love roguelikes. It's kind of tough. I don't know. Like, I want to check out Slay the Spire pretty bad because it looks like it's a ton of fun, and everyone I hear talk about it absolutely fucking loves it. But I don't know. I'm just a little hesitant because it's a roguelike.
Dying from the parts of the skill tree I was able to progress through, it's mostly things like extra health, extra damage stats, but some of the upgrades were more interesting, like the ability to absorb projectiles you normally had to dodge or even gain a second life. I actually ended up beating the second area boss on my first try because of that second life. If I didn't have it, I would have died. The runs in Saros are streamlined to be about 30 minutes long instead of multiple hours in length, which again, I appreciated. And as I progressed through a run, I'd find upgrades called artifacts that increased my stats, sometimes giving me a specific perk like being
Okay, I will say I am interested in this. It kind of, like, I was about to say, maybe because all roguelikes kind of remind them of themselves. But, like, I kind of like this one indie game called Darkblade Ascent, and that's kind of interesting, and it does a similar thing to that this is doing.
being able to heal when I did damage. I would also find gun upgrades. All the guns
That's
have
useful.
stats, so you'll probably just end up taking whatever gun has a higher number, as well as
I mean, yeah, that's
new
what you do.
powers. A power in this game is basically an ult that you charge up by absorbing projectiles, and the power can do lots of different stuff depending on which ones you find and choose to equip. I was able to try 2 different powers. One of them is just the base one that you get, which is a big shot energy, and the second one is
Fireball.
a bunch of little tiny dots of energy that I think do dot damage, as far as I could tell. Also,
Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. That sound effect was really good. I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy in hearing that sound effect.
they mentioned that there were modifiers that you could apply to your runs to increase the difficulty and make them more
Fireball. Dun, 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 dun.
challenging.
Sorry.
Think Heat from Hades or Ascension from Slay the Spire. So standard roguelike stuff, really. They also say that there's modifiers to make the game more accessible for people who suck at video games. Okay, they didn't say that last part. That was from me. Like most other roguelikes, every enemy and mini-boss you encounter is used to build up your power to be able to take down the area boss without getting destroyed. I fought 2 bosses, and I was not disappointed. The first area boss is a big plant monster amalgamation that uses slowing vines in the boss arena to trap you in and kind of close you in, so you have
I hate CC bosses.
very little movement, while the second area boss is a big turret called Bastion that basically plays the floor as lava with you while lighting up certain areas of the room that you can or can't stand on and making you dance around while also trying to shoot this thing and dodge a bunch of projectiles. I will say that when I encountered the first boss for the first time, the pattern was really simple. It was just dodge left, dodge right, and I got really worried thinking, oh god, is this gonna be really easy? No. I was immediately humbled. I saw the first health bar go down, and then it went into another phase. Each health
I do like when things do that, but sometimes it's fucking terrifying. Definitely like and subscribe if you've ever fucking played Sekiro. You beat that fucking monkey boss, and then the fucker just stands back up, and you scream at the top of your fucking lungs, because I know the fuck I did.
health health bar that went down not only changed the mechanics of the fight, but the entire boss arena around it also. The fight ramped up tempo, more mobs, the ground filled with these...
I was say, yeah, this looks like it does progressively get harder, I can tell that. The thing had 3 fucking health bars. Holy shit. How much damage is your character able to do?
Living alien plants that would slow you and prevent you from dodging all the boss's attacks if you tried to run too far away from them. It was hard.
Interesting.
It was scary. And ultimately, it took me to my 4th try to finally beat the boss. And I remember audibly exhaling in relief, like, I was holding my breath the whole...
Knowing her, I'm sure she didn't want to crash out in front of all those other people. Oh my fucking god, that would have been insane.
Time, because 2 runs before that I almost did it and I died. It was straight projectile and I had no idea, and I was like, what the fuck? But that sense of relief, accompanied by my heart rate reaching 180 BPM, the feeling of like I got good, you know, that I've felt before in rare games like Dark Souls. But Saros doesn't have you dodging at the right time and hitting when you get a chance. Saros isn't...
We need to normalize games being a tad bit more difficult, because holy shit. Yeah, we just kind of need to put the skill back into gaming, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
An intensity much greater. You are constantly shooting while you are dodging, while you are weaving in other attacks. You know those movies where a kid is like playing a game in the background or whatever and fighting for their lives and like being super dramatic on the controller, and you're always like, games aren't like that. That's so
yeah, they
dumb.
are.
He looks so silly. This game is like that. So, all in all, I am personally looking forward to playing Saros when it comes out, and I'll be streaming it live on April 30th. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me yap. This is my first time doing one of these first impressions videos, so if you like it, let me know in the comments, I guess, and I'll definitely try to do more of these.
Oh, you did good.
Bye.
Bye. Actually, you did pretty good. Get that bag, Storm. Hell yeah, that's exactly what I kind of feel like. I guess when you complete a game in Finland, you are finished. Oh, what did she reply with? Just yeah, that's a Stormfall comment for you. Both sci-fi. Oh yeah, it said I'd check that out. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me like you don't need to know everything that I fucking do, right? Is this the one with the If I Just Survives this award-winning third-person shooter? Bring Celine's story to PC. Take on a roguelike challenges. Engage in enemies in bullet hell fueled clashes. Share your journey through Returnal with another player. Ew, it's multiplayer as well. That's interesting. Interesting. So these guys are really sci-fi. Okay. That's cool. But it's also a... Wait, what year? 2022? Oh, wow. Interesting. Mostly positive, very positive. Okay, shoot. Okay, well, that's interesting.